are in our first neighborhood. I'm still trying to get like acclimated to the different like trash schedules and whatnot, which I think I'm actually about to hit a dead end. Actually, I think there's one more road. This neighborhood is in like a grid pattern, so it'll be pretty easy to kind of go up and down the streets. I know this neighborhood's trash day is tomorrow, and I know of a couple others that is tomorrow. It's not a very big town, so I would imagine most areas pick up on Tuesday or Mondays, but I don't know. We're gonna see what we can find on the curb. I just drove all the way to the back, so I do know that there's a couple places up towards the front that have stuff on the curb, but we're gonna look back here first and then make our way up towards the front of the neighborhood. Alright, our first little box. It doesn't look like much, but I figure I'd check it out because there's a toy in it. I stood up too fast. Some chemicals, pots, nothing we want. We made it through our first neighborhood, and I went by a little bit smaller neighborhood that's sort of attached, and there's a couple of piles, but it definitely looked like trash, so I didn't stop for those. Over to the like more historic homes. There's really not a whole lot of them left, but there are some around the town square, and then from there I'm gonna go check out like the wealthier neighborhoods, which for this area wealth is like a $200,000 home, but we'll see if we can find anything, and if not, we'll stop by the Goodwill. I do have a lot of hope for like the summer time, because a lot of what happens in the South is people get in the mood to have a yard sale and they schedule it, and it either gets rained out and they give up, or it's 96 degrees with 80% humidity and people decide that they just don't want to do it, or they get out there and they only stay out there for 3 or 4 hours because the heat gets to them. So in the summertime, a lot of places over the weekends, especially on Sundays, they end up with a lot of stuff left over from their sales. So we're gonna see what happens this summer, but I do have a good bit of hope for it. I think it'll probably work out pretty well. And I think we can find some good stuff. Now, if I could scrap metal, this would be awesome. Looks like it's been rained on multiple times. It's a shame because there were some good vintage VHS tapes. That would have been nice. There wasn't anything around there. I did get lost down some windy road that I've never been down, so I ended up in an unincorporated town, which they definitely don't have trash service there, so I am back. I'm stopping in the local Goodwill, and then I'm gonna go to a couple other neighborhoods that I know of and see what they have. One of them is like by the lake, and it tends to be where sort of the wealthier people in the area live. But yeah, I have a strict $10 budget per day this week. It's gonna be pretty busy in here. It's 99-cent day, but we'll see if we can find something. Yeah, didn't really find much. I did find a lot of useful information, which was really the main goal of today. Like, you know, everybody wants to get lucky and find something their first day in a new town, but really I just needed to know what I'm working with. So I did find that there's a couple neighborhoods that do have trash pickup on Monday, but they also have a separate pickup either Wednesday or Thursday where they come by and pick up larger items and boxes full of items. And the person I was talking to said that they will, like the regular garbage service will pick up items on Mondays. But they kind of limit it. So if there's like multiple boxes, they'll wait until the other pickup on either Wednesday or Thursday. So that's useful information because that means that those neighborhoods I can go out 2 to 3 times a week and look around, just make a quick loop. I'm not quite sure yet on the fancy, there's like 2 fancier neighborhoods. They didn't have any like garbage bins out, so I'm guessing their pickup day is like completely different. And then I kind of got a good perimeter idea of where the town garbage services end so that I'm not driving, because if you go out into the country, they have to take everything to the dump or they burn it. You know, they don't really have trash service, so they're not going to put stuff out at the curb. So I got a good idea where that perimeter is. But yeah, so it was still a nice day, you know, it was very windy, but it's very nice outside. It's like 78 degrees and mostly sunny. I didn't find anything at the Goodwill. It was like packed. And they didn't seem to be doing a lot of restocking. They honestly seemed like they were short-handed today, so they may not have even gotten the chance to like restock. So that, I mean, I guess that about sums it up. I have like 3 videos that I need to edit. I'm just like I don't know how I'm cranking out videos. Like I went from like not doing YouTube to barely doing YouTube to like making tons of videos. And obviously at some point I want to up the quality, you know, like I'm getting there, I'm learning more about the editing process and filming and everything. I did buy a dash mount today because I think I like must have thrown out the one that I had, or I don't know, but I don't have one for this car. So I did buy like a cheapo one because I want to see how well it holds up in the heat, because it gets super hot here, especially inside the car. So before I make any more expensive moves as far as a dash mount goes, I just bought like the cheapest one that they had. And if that holds, I mean, if that holds up for 3 or 4 months, then it's literally, I may as well just buy a cheap dash mount every summer and let it fall apart and then buy another one the next year. So I'm gonna see how that does. I bought a longer charging cord because like today my battery is literally about to die, so it'll make it a little easier filming if I have a longer charging cord in some scenarios. So I did get one of those just in case. So I'm gonna keep figuring the whole video thing out, what I'm doing, keep sort of laying out the land as far as picking and finding inventory. And I'm gonna get those 3 videos edited. I have 30 items that I set aside that I want to get listed tonight. And then if I have time and energy, I'm gonna do a little bit of decorating and filling up my inventory shelves. I was hoping to have more of that done by now, but if I'm being honest, I may or may not have pulled a muscle in or around my rib cage. I don't know rib cage anatomy very well. I do know this is the 3rd time I've pulled one around my ribs, and I remember the first time that I did it, I almost went to the emergency room, because if you've never pulled like a muscle in that area, depending on where it is, it can literally feel like something is about to explode or just be ripped out of your body like you're being attacked by aliens. So it's not bad, but I didn't want it to get worse because I have experienced that pain, and it's actually one of the hard, in my experience, one of the harder muscles to heal. So I've been not doing a lot of lifting, and it barely hurts right now. It's just like a little bit uncomfortable. So I think I'm on the mend with that, but I did feel like a big wuss. It was the generator that got me. And I mean, I feel like that's fair. Like I am 120 pounds and I'm like lifting and rolling a generator around. So I guess I should be kind to myself, but I do feel like a wuss. So yeah, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna get the dogs in, relax for a minute, let my phone charge up, edit some videos. I will see y'all later. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.